My last video about Dexter did pretty well. So in this video I'm going to talk about how different the novel is. And in this video I'm only going to be talking about the novel because I basically already covered everything that the show does different. So in this I'm just going to talk about the novel and a bunch of stuff I didn't cover in the last video, and there's actually a lot. As I talked about in the previous video, Dexter in the novel is a way darker character than he is in the TV show, and there's also a lot of parts where he hallucinates, and the dark passenger is, instead of a feeling, it's like an entity that tells him when he needs to kill, and it like speaks to him, laughs in the back of his ear. And Dexter is also a bit funnier in the novel. Like, his monologues are actually pretty funny, and he's a bit more of a dick. There's also a part in the book where he almost gets caught after killing somebody, escaped this security guard, and the next day he ends up going back and grabbing the body and throwing it away. In the novel, Brian Moser actually looks a bit more like Dexter, and instead of being called the ice truck killer, he's called the Tamiami Butcher. There was a part where Dexter and Deb end up looking at security footage of Brian Moser, but they could barely see his face, and he looks a lot like Dexter, so this makes Deb suspect Dexter of being the Tamiami Butcher, and even Dexter himself, because of, like, Dexter questions his sanity a lot in the novel, and he thinks this is just another personality that's inside him, maybe his dark passenger taking over. But no, it turns out to be his biological brother later on. There's also a scene in the novel where LaGuerta tries to sleep with Dexter, but Dexter ends up pushing her off of him, and then after this, she starts suspecting Dexter of being connected to the Tamiami Butcher, and she starts spying on him, and then eventually she ends up helping him getting into the shipping dock, and then that's where, he meets Brian. Brian almost convinces him to kill Deb, and then she walks in while Dexter is about to kill Deb, supposedly, and then, she gets killed by Brian. So one of you wanted to know how different Masuka is in the book compared to his TV show counterpart, and, well, they're basically the same.
Rumor you're tracking all our internet activity. So is it true? Because I can explain all that Gmail stuff.
I filmed this after doing all the previous recordings, again, like in the last two videos, but yeah, I forgot to make an outro, so this is it. If I butchered the word Tamiami, I'm sorry. Please tell me in the comments if I did. Yeah, thanks for watching, bye.
La pasión.